Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. I'm Callum Corral. We have a packed programme today. We have Scottish Cup action as Stuart McConnell is at Troon versus Camelon. David Ronnie is at Kilbirnie versus Scottish Cup holders Hurlford United. And I was at the Maybole versus Largs Thistle Stagecoach First Division encounter. And now it's on to this weekend's results. Scottish Junior Cup Round 4 replays. Rob Roy against Athley was postponed. Troon 1, Camelon 2. Blantyre 1, Newton Grange Star 2. Scottish Junior Cup Round 5. St Andrews 0, Pollock 4. Yoka 1, Lesmahago 0. Kilbirnie 0, Hurlford 2. Stagecoach Super League Premier Division. Glenafton 2, Beath 2. Oven Meadow 1, Clydebank 2. Petershill 4, Cumnock 2. Stagecoach Super League First Division. Neilston 2, Cumbernauld 3. Rutherglen 1, Ovenvix 2. Greenock 2, Kilsyth 3. Maybole 2, Largs 0. Stagecoach Ayrshire District League. Dalry 3, Anbank 0. Darvel 2, Craigmark 0. Whitlets 4, Muirkirk 3. Lugar 3, Salcoats 1. Govan 2, Coinning 3. Stagecoach Central District First. Larkhall 3, Bellshill 1. St Anthony's 2, Maryhill 2. Vale of Clyde 1, Renfrew 1. And Stagecoach Central District Second. Johnsonborough 1, St Roch's 4. Newmains 0, Rossvale 3. Port Glasgow 4, Royal Albert 1. And now it's over to Stuart McConnell.
The final score in the Scottish Junior Cup fourth round replay was Troon 1, Camelon 2. Portland Parkside went into the game after having been 2-0 up in the first match away, but the sending off of David Gillis had changed that match. Unfortunately, we lost the appeal against suspension, so that meant that the former Talbot striker couldn't play in this game. Then Scott Chatham had a great game. He shot inches away from 10 yards in 29 minutes. Colin Allison then clean close for Camelon. However, in 39 minutes, Stephen Harvey won Troon a corner kick, but it came to nothing. Troon began very well in the second half of a Chatham shot blocked, and then the other end Bell had a shot hooked away. Stephen Harvey was doing very well for Troon, beat a few players, won a corner, but came to nothing. However, in 54 minutes the Falkirk side went ahead when Graham McLaren shot home unmarked from 10 yards. It was a very good finish. Tony Murphy at the other end had a shot over the bar for Troon in 56 minutes, and then however, it was the Portland Park side got back into the match in 64 minutes. A great goal, really. It was Dean Keenan, the veteran, at blasted home from 12 yards after a corner kick from Chatham, then floated in. However, it was really game over. 15 minutes from time when McLaren got his second goal of the game. The Troon defence couldn't deal with a ball over the top. Darren Johnson's goalie committed himself and the ball was knocked past him into the empty net. 14 yards, very frustrating. Late on, Tony Murphy missed a chance for Troon, and a sitter really from 8 yards knocked the ball past the post. So from Portland Parkway, the final score in the Scottish Junior Cup fourth round replay was Troon 1, Camelon 2. It's Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
We're obviously disappointed to lose the game, Stuart. I mean, it's goes without saying, Scottish Cup, it's what you want to be in, but I don't think we threatened the goal enough, to be honest. I don't think we defended particularly well for 2 goals. Defend like that, you're going to lose football games. So, aye. No complaints today. It was quite an even game. I say they deserved it, or were better than us, just no complaints today.
Never deserved it, man. You were a better team, mate.
So, just one of those ones.
It was a great goal by Dean Keenan to get there.
I mean, when we equalised, I thought, when we equalised, I thought that's us with them a good chance, dude. I feared the worst because just at 1-0, they missed another good chance. And I did think, oh no, here we go, because we're obviously sitting today with 13 outfield players. We're down to the bare bones today.
In Kilbirnie this weekend, Scottish Junior Cup holders Hurlford United came to beat the home side, Kilbirnie led side, 2-0. It only took Hurlford 8 seconds to net their first goal. A cross from United player Ross Robertson took a deflection off the back of another United player, Danny Mitchell, in the centre of the box, which allowed the ball to arrive at the bottom left-hand side of goal. Ladeside's luck just got worse in the 13th minute. A high two-footed tackle from Richie Barr on the halfway line resulted in the Ladeside player receiving a straight red. The remainder of the first half saw Hurlford apply continued pressure to Kilbirnie, with the home side unable to challenge the keeper with any shots. Into the second half, it was not until the 61st minute that Hurlford scored their second goal. A free kick taken by Paul McKenzie, 20 yards on the right-hand side of goal, saw the player fire a ball into the centre of the box, where Ross Robertson headed the ball into the bottom right-hand corner to put his team 2 goals ahead. The last 20 minutes, Leicester appeared to dominate the match, yet were unfortunate to score, especially in the last minute of the game. A shot from distance by Ladeside player Stephen Meakin skimmed the fingertips of United keeper Alistair Brown and hit off the crossbar, bouncing down on the line and out, where substitute Graham Boyd hit the rebound with a header, putting the ball into net, yet the referee called for the goal to be offside. The final score, Kilbirnie Ladeside 0, Hurlford United 2. Speaking with Darren Henderson here. Darren, are you pleased with Hurlford's win today?
Delighted with the result. Performance wasn't brilliant. We've played a lot better, but maybe that's down to how well Kilbirnie played and battled. They were down to 10 men early on in the game, and it gave us a lot of problems at times. We never worked their goal. I don't think they worked ours too much either, but it was a tough Scottish Cup tie, and fair play to Kilbirnie. With 10 men, they finished the game strong as well. Normally that's our best bit of the game, how well the last games, but Kilbirnie were certainly a match today, and I'm sure if they put that performance in the next couple of weeks, they'll start climbing the league.
Obviously, last time you came here, Hurlford won 3-2. Do you believe your defence today was much better than your last visit to Kilbirnie?
Aye, definitely. We're working on trying to keep clean sheets. We kept one last week at Bo'ness, and we've kept one today, which was great. The boys, we defend for the front two, work hard, midfield 4 work hard as well, and it leads to the back 4 and obviously Ali Brown in goals. But no, really happy at the clean sheet.
Speaking to Kilbirnie Ladeside manager Stephen Swift, obviously going to the match was going to be a tough game against the Scottish Junior Cup holders. What do you believe cost Ladeside the result today?
I think the biggest thing is you set up all week, you set up a shape formation, you can do anything you want, and then if you concede a goal after 8 seconds, then you're on a high into nothing. So disappointing start. They got a deflected goal as well, so it was never really going to be our day. We get Richie Barr sent off after 25 minutes, but after that I've got to really commend the boys' work rate. I thought they were absolutely brilliant, but that's really what's riling me as well. It's taking them to get, when the chips are down, to really work that hard. So that's something we'll be looking at. If we can start the game the way we finished it, then we'll be alright, and just hopefully take the positive out of it. But it's never easy going out the Scottish Cup.
And Richie Barr sending off was obviously a wee bit controversial. I was wondering if you had a view of it, and what was your view of it? I
was right next to it. I think Richie's mistimed it. For me, I think it's a sending off. So it's just one of these things that happens. He mistimed the tackle, and if you lunge in like that nowadays, you're going to get sent off. So it's no good.
And Meachin shot from distance right at the end, almost looked to be in, and then Boyd's rebound header off the crossbar was called offside. Do you believe referee's decision was justified here?
I think that's just the way your day went. I think that's what happens in it when you're flying high like Hurlford. You get these decisions. When you're down in the dumps like us, you get bad ones, and I think that's just for football.
Speaking to Kilbirnie Ladeside goalkeeper Chris Fahey, obviously a tough game against the Scottish Junior Cup holders. What do you believe cost Ladeside the result today?
Obviously the start was really unlucky, the deflected goal, then the sending off didn't help after how many minutes that was, but I thought the boys after that we dug in, and to be fair I don't think there was much between the teams, even though it was 11 against 10, but just disappointed to be getting out the cup.
And on the sending off, do you believe it was the referee's decision was justified?
Just talking to the Hurlford manager about that there, I sort of didn't really get a good sight of it, but I think the boys were saying he sort of come off the ground a bit. I don't think it was a bad tackle, malicious or anything, but I think what happens now, as soon as you come off the ground, the refs just send you off. So I've seen them given, and I've seen refs give a yellow for it, but obviously went against us today.
The Meechan shot from a distance almost looked to be in, and then Boyd's rebound header was called offside. Do you believe referee's decision was justified in this case as well?
Well, first of all, the shot that Meeks has had, it's been a great save by the goalkeeper. He actually got a fingertip on it. It was going in. But Boydie was telling us that the Hurlford player was actually in front of him when he ran past him. So he reckons he was onside, a mile onside, and a few of the other boys said that as well. So just again, a bit of luck has went against us, and a bit unfortunate.
And what can Lakeside do to improve from this defeat in future games?
I think the main positive we can take out of this game is the work rate that the boys have put in and the effort they've put in. If we do that for the rest of the season, then I think we're going to be all right. We just need to dig in the league, get ourselves out of the position we're in, and then we're still in the 2 other cups as well, and hopefully go far in them, give the fans a bit something to shout about.
Bottom of the table, Largs had an early chance as Scott Keogh's through ball released James Marks, but the keeper, Scott Johnson, to deny the Thistle forward the opportunity. Thistle manager Bryan Slavin played in defence today. He won a header which helped set up Alan Frizzell down the right, and he pulled the ball back for Gary Fleming, who blazed over from good positioning. And then Maybole felt they probably should have done better. They had a few good openings well in this first half, as the sleet and the snow came on at times, making it difficult for both sets of players. But Largs thought they were denied a clear goal scoring opportunity on 35 minutes as the assistant referee's flag came up. It was an intricate passing move which released Graham Muir down the right hand side. But Maybole bust up the park and they executed a good move. An arching cross from the right was headed home by Andy Stevenson with a looping effort into the top left corner of the net. So, half time, and it's 1-0 to Maybole. Sub Ewan Lindsay flagged he had a series of good opportunities, forcing Johnson into a smart save following a corner and then sending a diagonal drive inches wide. Marks also forced a point blank save from Johnson. However, the supposed breakthrough for Largs happened in 64 minutes as Lindsay bust through and was upended by keeper Johnston, and he saw a yellow card. Unfortunately for Largs, though, Sean Pearce's penalty kick was too close to the keeper, who triumphantly beat the ball away, and Largs found themselves 2 goals down just moments later. And Alan Gilbride passed back to keeper Lundy was not properly dealt with, and a quick cross into the box was rounded off by David Cunningham, who clipped the ball home, and the home side could have extended the lead after that, missing 2 gilt-edged chances.
With Bryan Slavin today after Largs close 2-0 defeat to Maybole. I certainly felt Largs didn't get the just desserts for the effort they put in. How did you feel about it as a player as well as a manager today?
I think I would kind of agree with you a wee bit, Callum. I think we definitely put a good effort. I thought there was times we controlled a lot of the ball, but again, we've not put the ball in the net, and when you don't put the ball in the net, you don't win games. We've lost a couple of goals. We've lost a goal, and we're pressing. We get a penalty. You put the penalty away, it's a different game. Maybe even the goalie gets sent off, but it doesn't happen. We missed a penalty, and again, as the game starts to, as the clock starts to wear down a wee bit, we end up getting a wee bit desperate. As always happens in every game. You're chasing the game, you're taking risks, and then Big Ross has obviously a bad kick out. They get a second goal, and we're chasing it even more. I still felt with 20 minutes to go and being 2 down, we're still in it. We still had a chance to get it back, get at least a draw at it, but it just never transpired. I think we had a few chances again, didn't put them away, and that seems to be the story of Largs this season so far. There's no putting the ball in the net.